young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word a computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I want the world to open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices innovating solutions through technology, then you're really addressing society's broad.
Joe Biden and the radical left have abandoned everything black Americans care about. They've really let you down. Look, African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to get, you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense? Right? I love the black community, and I've done more for the black community than any other president. And I say, with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln.
Hello, my lovely people. So we have talked about black women for Trump. Now let's give an opportunity for the men. Let's talk about black men that are supporting Trump and say they will vote for him. Now, as you watch the videos, please keep in mind that everyone's voting decision is their own. Each person has different reasons that they are voting for a particular person, and it may be not the same reason as why you're not voting for someone. One thing I noticed pretty quickly as I was listening to the black men for Trump speaking is that many of them have related to the original focus for Trump, which was the forgotten men and women of America, and that he would always fight for them. And now we see emerging more conversation about fighting for black people. And this resonates with the men because they are feeling fed up with Biden and feeling very much abandoned by the Democratic Party. As we follow the next video clips, we're going to see a couple of topics that come up on why black men favor Donald Trump over Joe Biden. First is that we've seen Biden's policies when it comes to the economy. People are not happy about the economy. Next is the indictment of Trump and the criminal persona now connecting with a lot of black men who have faced wrongful convictions or even felt that they received longer sentencing.
Well, to see Black Lives Matter leader Mark Fisher to now endorse Donald J. Trump for president of the United States of America is a big thing. I mean, this is just simply showing how black men in America are seeing themselves through the two-tiered injustice system that is happening to Donald J. Trump by the Joe Biden administration. I mean, this is something that has been happening to black men for 400 years, and yet we're seeing it happening to a former president of the United States of America. The fact that famed rapper Waka Flocka just endorsed Donald Trump, and you're seeing other notable black men and women in this nation that are now speaking up positively over Donald Trump for president of the United States of America. The president is not fighting for one race. He's fighting for the American race. And this is why he's becoming so popular amongst all races in this nation, but particularly the black community. The Democratic Party is losing their stronghold by painting the picture that Donald Trump is a racist and not for our people. Clearly, that is a lie.
I think this indictment is causing black people to support Donald Trump more. They had a video of Trump going down to be indicted in Atlanta, and there was neighborhoods of African Americans cheering for Trump because they understand how they have been done by the system. They understand that their people have been attacked by the system for generations. So they see this attack on Trump and they relate to it, and it's causing most of them. All I saw on TikTok was people supporting Trump. And I think this indictment that this corrupt DA did is going to backfire. And it's going to have droves of people that support him that never would have supported him before.
I'm not sure black people deserve a second term of Trump, bro. He got Lil Wayne out of his jail. Kodak, he freed Kodak. He even freed the mayor of Detroit that was down for like 30-something years.
Everybody had turned their back
on him.
Kwame.
He freed Kwame.
And not only that, it was A$AP Rocky.
Yep, he got him out. Yep, he did.
He didn't have to do that.
He did.
He didn't have to do that at all. I think this time it's not for black people because it's too late for us to appreciate it. We could have set ourselves 10 years ahead of where we are now if we would have embraced him when he was in office those 4 years, elected him another 4, we would be vibrant.
But no, I know Trump is innocent. I support Trump against this corrupt, two-tiered justice system. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man for Trump. And I'm wearing my shirt for Trump 2024, and I mean that.
What do you think about the indictments?
Oh, it's a bunch of bull. It's going around the country. You know, Fannie Willis, she went to school with my sister. She's full of shit then. So she's a puppet for the white liberal that is controlling everything. She's in front, but the white liberal back there pulling those strings, telling her what to do.
And then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing.
No. Between this comment he's saying right now about indictments and being criminalized and what the folks said about inner city people loving sneakers, this might just be worse than Hillary Clinton talking about having hot sauce in the bag, or Joe Biden saying, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. I think it might be worse. It's giving racial pathology, pandering, tap dancing, or not. And then think about it. In 2020 and 2021, when we were rallying for support for George Floyd, they told us our community is too quick to get behind supporting a criminal. And now look at him, trying to get us to support a goddamn criminal. I mean, he really said, it's exciting that they view me as being discriminated. Tell us that he ain't pissing on our hands and then telling us that it's raining. When you think about it, white privilege is being able to run for commander-in-chief of the free world while still facing more indictments than Suge Knight. Perhaps this is why he passed that First Step Act, because he knew he was going to be getting into some federal trouble, huh? If you go back and listen to the clip, you can kind of hear him calling us the N-word in his breath. Go back to it.
Another thing that comes up when listening to the Black Men for Trump is the history that Trump has with different Black celebrities, especially Black men, and those that are really tied to the Black culture or helps to create the Black culture in some days. So Trump has had ties with Diddy, and he has also recently had pardoned Lil Wayne and Kodak Black while he was president for various charges that they were facing. And so Black men do relate to this. They see Trump with different relationships with Black men and ask the question, how could he be racist? Which is a big reason that many Black people push to not vote for Trump.
A lot of us as African Americans don't understand that we need to vote for Trump. We keep the narrative that he's a racist is a false narrative. We know it's a false narrative. It's a push. He wasn't called a racist until he started running for office. Before then, he was hanging out with every rapper, in the city. So how can he be a racist up until one point, and then all of a sudden he's a racist all of a sudden? But his policies, we need to not vote for personality. We need to vote for policy. His policies are for everybody, and he's done so many things for African Americans. The Second Chance Act. Low unemployment rate, and he's given to historic Black colleges. So we need to keep those policies and push forward with his policies and keep that momentum and not vote different when they come up. The Democrats have nothing for us but death on their platform, and most of their platforms do nothing but destroy the African American community. We know that. We say we want to change, but we're afraid to make the change because of his personality. I get it. A lot of people don't like him, but like his policies, and you cannot lose those policies as African Americans. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh, you're wrong for supporting him and everything like that." No, I'm not wrong for supporting him. We need to keep those policies. We need to keep that momentum in the African-American community moving forward.
Yeah, I think it's important to note, like you said, unemployment for the African-American community specifically as it is at an all-time low, and you can't dispute facts. What would you say to your African-American counterparts that argue that, he hasn't done for the community what other people say he has?
Well, I would first of all tell them to look at his policies. We vote personality instead of voting policy. I told a friend about the low unemployment rate. He didn't even know it. I was talking to an African-American friend of mine. He was like, what did he do? They keep asking, what's his policies? What's his policy? I said, haven't you heard about the low unemployment? No, I didn't know that. All they know is, he's a racist. He's a racist. He's a racist. That's a false narrative being pushed by the left. You can't just look at, this election is so important, you can't look at personality. You have to look at policy. I used to vote like that too. Before I got with Walkaway helped me out a lot. She helped me out a lot to walk away from the Democratic Party. I was one of those people that voted on personality. I'll just look at the candidates and say which one's a nicer guy. Well, we can't do that because nice can be tricked nowadays.
Absolutely.
The people on the Democratic side will smile in your face and won't get your vote and won't give you nothing in return. We need to, at this point, look at President Trump.
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting as you see Black support eroding from Joe Biden. This is connecting with Black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Seriously?
All right, these next clips are all about the money. At the end of the day, some Black men are saying, listen, I had more money when Trump was president. Biden equals broke. Listen to this.
Can you just bring Trump back?
Yes, please. Listen to what he says. This is completely on point. I've seen it happen. Listen to what he says.
RPOF, that's what they're saying.
I've seen what he says.
So when I get people like Roland Martin who go to Twitter and say, oh, I'm lying on Maria Bartiromo, I giggle and I laugh because I know better. What I know is that the radical left thinks that everybody's just going to fall in line.
Nope.
But
Democrats
Joe
are going to
Biden
vote for
has
Trump.
been so bad as the 46th president of the United States that a lot of voters who aren't really Republican voters are going to vote to make Donald Trump the 47th president of the United States.
I've seen it. I got video proof.
There's some people in your orbit who are either voting for Donald Trump or considering it?
For sure. A lot of my friends are obviously my age, so we're a little younger. We've only voted once, for a president. And Trump is kind of all we know. And they're kind of Trump and Biden. They're like, well, we were broke with Biden. We weren't with Trump. And that's kind of the only thing that I'm hearing over and over again is that, well, Trump, we had money. Well, okay.
The fact that we're declaring now that President Trump is going to make 1,000 black millionaires, just like Nixon declared that he's going to create 100 black millionaires. Donald J. Trump, with the right policies, are going to help create 1,000 black millionaires in his presidency.
Here's the question, all right? And think before you answer, although I know you don't have to. Doesn't matter what color your skin is. Who was the best president out of these two for the states? Obama or Trump?
Well, without question, Donald J. Trump. I mean, listen, Barack Obama, black folks were excited. I was excited to have a first black president. But we discovered real quickly that he was bought and paid for not to support the minority communities of this nation, but to simply be a pigeon boy for the big global elites. And he done just that. That's why he stopped black agendas. That's why he took away the HBCU money, which is historically black colleges and universities. He took away the money. Donald Trump gave that money back. Donald Trump created the greatest criminal reform bill in the history of America. Donald Trump rolled back some of those agendas that Democrats like Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton has done, Joe Biden has done. Black people are figuring this thing out. The same Donald Trump that we used to love to roll with at the MGM when he was a promoter is the same Donald Trump that we black folks are going to roll with now here.
Okay, friends, so we have heard from Black men who say they are voting for Trump in this election and the reasons why they are choosing to do so. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with them? Are you on board, or do you adamantly disagree? And what are your reasons? Also, if you did not see the video where I talk about the Black women who are supporting Trump and I make a few highlights, please do check out that video. I will have it linked in the comment section. I'm not here to shame anyone's voting decision, but I am here to have a discussion. I can't wait to hear what y'all think in the comments, and I will talk to you later.